the girl angle.
My friends that got
How you
girls,
women are?
my friends got girls to their shows, and I'm like, all the dudes ran at me. Oh my God, you play great. I'm like, okay, that's just how it is. So, but music, I've always said this, music chose me, the guitar chose me, and that's been that way ever since. Just when I think I want to put it down and say I'm done, I'll hear something on the radio.
Hi, this is Cindy Drew, a big fan of Danny Coleman's show, Rock on Radio. You obviously have good taste, too.
All right, it's Sunday night. It's 7 o'clock. It's time for Rock on Radio. I am your host, Danny Coleman. We are coming to you live right here from beautiful Hightstown, New Jersey on COARadio.com, City of Angels Radio, Recovery Radio. We are also coming to you live on Society Bites, BYTES, SocietyBitesRadio.com. And I'm just going to go out there right now, and I'm going to put it out there for all to hear, or at least everybody in this room. And hopefully people are listening. But I love Cindy Drew. I'm just not even going to hide it. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to hide it.
Right up there with BB Newark.
She is a Philadelphia radio institution and one incredibly talented radio personality.
I'm sure she's very nice too.
I thank her. Yeah, she is. She's a real sweetie. So I'm not even going to hide that, Art.
He's got a couple of crushes.
I knew that.
Yeah. Yeah, we did know that, didn't we? Yeah.
You were aware of that?
Yes, you played in Philly, and you went.
Yeah.
And
well, that was Mario.
Was it Mario? Yeah.
I can't believe you know Cindy Drew.
I've listened to her. I've listened to her for decades, man. So.
No. She's good people. Very good people. Always very pleasant. Always gives me a shout out.
Nice.
Whenever I message her while she's on the air. So she's furthering my career one shout out at a time.
How's that working for you?
Shut up. Rock on Radio is sponsored this evening by Eileen Sullivan,
Woo!
actress.
Nice.
Jody Weber, CPA. Zen Archer, Zen Archer hot sauce, and our good friend D.L. Byron. The only radio show sponsored by a Grammy Award-winning hot sauce maker. Go figure, right? See that? Even though Grammy winners made hot sauce.
Didn't know that.
No, I did not.
Or that hot sauce makers were Grammy Award winners.
Yes. Either way, it's fine. That's right. Rich Alanda's Flying Dreams.
Woo! They played this week.
They had a prog stock this weekend.
Okay.
The video looked awesome too.
Yeah, I'm sure it was
a great show.
Yep.
Rich was in his element there.
They had a great turnout for. I think they played like 11 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
I know it looked dark.
The place was packed, man. They got a standing ovation.
Nice.
How's that?
Did you go?
No, I watched it on
Facebook. Watch it from the comfort of your own living room. Yeah, right.
And okay. All right.
Not at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Are we on YouTube tonight?
We are.
Oh, good.
Up there you are.
Good. We're on YouTube. Oh, there we are. Look at us.
Yes. Look at us.
I see us. So if you want to watch this show as opposed to listening to it, you could do both. Huh?
You can do both now.
Okay.
And the sound's actually decent.
All right. That's what we strive for. Where can they go, Art?
COARadio.com. And on the right-hand side, down halfway down, after Listen Now. Listen Now. Listen
and
Now.
I think Claire should put it on your website.
Yes, I can. I will.
The website that I keep dragging.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Hurry up. Get your act together. It's waiting for you. I know. It's pretty sparse right now because it needs some text. Come on.
All right. I'll let you. I should invite the fans to write texts about me.
Oh, no. Do you really want to do that?
How come there's all these texts just say 2 letters? F. Wait.
Actually, we should have the fans in to read them themselves.
Oh, there you go. We should do that.
Give me
Actually,
you need some copy.
I do that for charity.
You do? You text for
Mhm.
charity?
Okay, now first of all, if anybody, yes, I do. If anybody wants to be a sponsor of this program, Rock
Yeah,
On Radio,
Right.
please just make a donation to City of Angels
Mm-hmm. Any
by
amount.
going to cityofangelsnj.org, any amount, and I will make you a sponsor for 30 days. Just make sure you put down in the comments Rock On Radio. I'll make you a sponsor of this program for 30 days. That's how we got Eileen Sullivan. That's how we got Jody.
Mhm.
We had others. Headlight Harness. Remember Headlight Harness?
The Christmas
The dog
season
one?
is coming up.
That's right.
Nice.
I'm going to be taking suggestions about that too. And perhaps I've known these people since the entire inception of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Michael was back at the one on the AM station back in the woods.
Oh,
Wow.
it was AM.
Yeah, that was AM back then.
Probably why I never did broadcast.
That's why nobody heard us.
In the woods, no
That's
less.
why every time I went under a bridge, I shut up. But we, not because I'm a troll.
That means you'd always be under the
I
bridge.
knew what you were thinking.
What
is your name? That's right. Where do you get the water
Yeah,
from?
where do you keep that water? I'm gonna need more.
I'll get some.
Rock On Radio is always looking for sponsors. So, again, just make a donation to City of Angels Radio or to cityofangelsnj.org. Go to their website, make a donation. Put Rock On Radio in the comments, and we'll make you a sponsor for 30 days. And then not to forget that I have 8 affiliates. So not only are you a sponsor of the live program, but you will also be heard all over the world and all over the country on various stations at various times. That's the beauty of the WWW of the World Wide Web.
Beautiful.
Thank you. If you want to call us tonight, please do so at 609-241-7103. That's 609-241-7103. Because with us this evening, it's been about 8 or 9 years, probably. So I've been doing this for almost 10 years. Can you believe it? See?
Yeah.
And you were one of in the first year, I think, I was in existence. We have with us tonight, we have Michael Patrick.
I gotta try that extended.
And who have you brought along with you?
Well, we have the one and only Bobby D.
Thank God I'm the one and only.
And if you're on YouTube watching, you probably can't see Elaine in the back. Keys.
Yes. Yes.
And Elaine, who have you brought along with you?
And I have my official photographer, roadie, fiance, Bob Yellen.
Bob's doing more work than all of us.
Are we all invited to the wedding?
Of course.
Yeah, you can sit, Bob. You don't have to stand out all the way out there.
Then he gets the back of my head.
Come on.
He gets all your faces.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta make sure you get her,
get in
too.
the back of my head.
That's-
Stand out
that's
like
true.
this way. and talk to these guys. So, yeah, Michael, it has been an incredibly long time since we have. Let me fix that. There we go. It's been an incredibly long time since we have sat down and talked, so to speak.
Yeah, I want to say it was the last CD, which was 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that's a long time
It
between
is.
this. Now, your new one is called John Wayne Movies, and we'll get to the intricacies of that shortly.
Sure.
But, I mean, 7 years, that's, well, back in the day,
Yeah.
so to speak, it was Michael Patrick and the Suburban Hillbillies.
And
Right.
it still exists.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And
As
you
well
had your
as,
Johnny Cash tribute,
which still exists.
Ring of Fire,
Yeah, yeah.
but you've kind of been lying low until recently.
You haven't been keeping up with my Facebook page.
I guess not.
Um,
I mean, I knew enough to reach out to you about this, so I'm keeping up with something.
no, it's been pretty busy with, especially Ring of Fire band, doing a lot of gigs down in Waretown at the Lighthouse Tavern, Roxy and Dukes and Denellen. A lot of township gigs, anywhere from Pennsylvania to New York, a lot of Jersey ones.
Okay.
Not a whole lot with the Suburban Hillbillies, but coffee shops here and there for my original stuff. But this is probably as far as originals goes, it's been a while.
I recall the first time you were on this program, which thank you for not holding that against me.
Oh.
Deciding to come back. But the first time you were on this program, you were and still are, heavy.
I'm trying
people
to lose
say
weight.
people say you lost it. I found it. You were a heavy.
Really got to
duty-
watch those pauses.
Yeah. Pregnant pauses. You were a heavy duty country artist, but not really country because we were talking before we went on the air a little bit about my good buddy Moot Davis,
Yeah,
who's more of a honky tonk kind of country artist,
sure.
and I kind of would always classify you that way, kind of the Hank Williams, Johnny Cash.
Well, there's definitely Johnny Cash there,
Mhm.
but I'd say as far as the style, it's always been more traditional than the modern pop.
But right,
Mhm.
yes, there you go. And but now, just judging by the bandmates you brought with you this evening, or the musicians to your accompaniment,
We've started doing disco.
yes, because
We are a disco band.
Bobby's heavy, he's hardcore disco.
Yeah, we are.
See, I mean, look,
We're going to start off with a cover of "Rock the Boat."
Right. Michael Patrick and the Sunshine Band. It's on
Comes with
band.
disco ball and everything.
KCMP.
Yeah, I did my disco era stuff.
Did you?
Yeah.
See?
She
The
should do a
go-go
bump.
boots.
Right? So, but now, now I know these two, so you can't lie to me about them. But Bobby, of course, has a rock and roll edge. Elaine is kind of like a chameleon. I've seen her adapt from country to folk to rock and roll. What are we shooting for these days?
Probably a little bit more rock edge
Okay.
than usual.
Mhm.
There's still some country in there, but Johnny Cash did a mix of stuff too. Everything from gospel, folk, blues, country, you name it. But I think it's a little bit more of a mix.
Rockabilly.
Yeah, it's a little rockabilly, a little jazzy, a little bluesy. It's you just gotta listen to it, and everyone has their own favorite song.
Played on an orange crush. Oh wait, it will be played on an orange crush.
It was going to be on the Christmas list, but I can't wait. Sorry, Taryn, if you're
Players.
listening.
Good CD. When I first heard the CD,
Mhm.
I was like, man, the mix, the master of the CD, it's like top shelf.
Well, thank you.
Nice.
Where'd you do it?
This was done. The music was done in Nashville at a place called Studio X,
Okay.
which I never had to visit in person. I've been working with this guy. This is actually the 4th CD.
Oh, okay.
So the producer I've been working with there for the last couple months. I basically went back and forth with him. He had a Nashville session players that he used, which get the job done in 30 minutes. It would cost me a lot more to do it
Right.
locally. And then locally in North Plainfield, New Jersey,
Oh, okay.
at Cellar Dweller with Larry Bentley, we did vocals and mixing and mastering.
All right. What made you choose that?
I've been working with Larry for a while. He did the last one, the one before that. He's done videos for me, and
Oh, okay.
he just does great work. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. So it's a nice full length.
Yeah. I won't tell you the real length of it, but
Probably 26 songs.
So you have to add 6 more for our show Saturday.
I have to.
Yeah,
I really have to censor myself.
You have two CD releases coming up. Huh?
Yeah. We're doing Lighthouse Tavern. It's less than a week.
Yeah.
Less than a week. This coming Saturday, the 13th,
Okay.
and then Roxy and Dukes the following Saturday at Roxy and Dukes in Denellen.
Where's the Lighthouse Tavern?
It's Route 9 in Waretown.
Oh, okay.
And if you're taking the Parkway, it's exit 69 next to Forked River.
Where's that room you used to play down there all the time? In
Albert Music Hall?
Tuckerton, was it?
Are you talking about Albert Music Hall or
Madison Square Garden.
Madison Square Garden.
I knew that was it.
We're striving for bigger rooms now.
Bigger than Madison
I
Square
was gonna
Garden.
say that's kind of.
Standing room only.
I see. Get a smaller stage.
Yeah.
So
Would
no,
be the first time we played single file. I played single file. I don't know.
down the shore. Didn't you play somewhere in Tuckerton? Not like the Lizzie Rose, but something like that down there. Wasn't there? Or was it Waretown?
It could have been Waretown, could have been Albert.
There was like,
but-
is that what it was? Because I know you would play there somewhat regularly.
yeah,
For a
and
while.
well, Lighthouse has been over 10 years.
Okay.
Been playing, and Elaine plays at Albert Hall a lot with Cimarron Sky Band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, we're going to be doing an opening set on Saturday at the Lighthouse.
When's the Bobby D'Onofrio band going?
Is that
Me and Bobby D. When are,
We don't play this genre. Even though there's a song on here I want to do with the band, but I'm not letting Michael know until we do it.
Oh,
You wanna
I got a
surprise
couple
him?
surprises for you too.
So, it's not my birthday.
I heard you're doing Frankenstein.
Oh yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
We're gonna do Apple Lung.
See?
I have the flute.
Oh.
I just interviewed Martin Barr the other day
I
for
know.
the third time.
Which
Oh,
is
wow.
amazing.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
It's great. I remember sitting in my mom and dad's house in my bedroom. It had a fan on. We didn't have air conditioning. 97 degrees. I'm sweating. And my buddy made me a $20 bet that I couldn't learn the solo to Aqualung. And I sat there. And back then, you didn't have computers where you could stop and loop. This is picking the needle up with the penny and a
Yeah,
rubber band on it.
Ruining many an album.
And I learned it. He listened to it. My dad was a professional musician. He came in. He goes, man, that's pretty good. I go, yeah. He goes, yeah, keep it up. And he would close the door just to get me mad. So, yeah.
Actually, do you know that guitar solo in Aqualung was voted one of the top 25 guitar solos of all?
Yeah, I can believe it. I don't remember it now. I'd have to relearn it. It's been a long 28, 9, 30
He does.
years.
He does quite a few Jethro Tull tunes in concert. You go see him.
Yeah.
I saw him in Woodbridge 2 years ago now. I had a backstage meet and greet with him,
Wow.
and him and his wife are very.
And you had him
very
on the show
kind
here?
people. No, he's called the show.
That's so
before.
cool.
But
That's pretty cool.
him and I were hanging out and was in Woodbridge. It was a free concert at the park in Woodbridge, right across from JJ Bidding Brewing Company by the railroad tracks.
Mm.
And the place was jammed, of course. Yeah, but he does like Locomotive Breath and Cross-Eyed Mary, and he does a lot of the Tull classics. I don't think he did Aqua. I don't recall that.
Mm.
Yeah, great guy, Martin Barr. But I do digress. Let's get back to Michael Patrick. If you're just tuning in, this is Rock on Radio. I am your host, Danny Coleman, along with engineer Art and our producer, Claire. We have lots of chocolate for those of you watching at home. You
Drooling
guys
home.
are welcome to partake of any of the chocolate that Claire has brought along.
And I saw that. I'm like, wow, it's Halloween here at Night Sound.
It is
It's been Halloween since
Every-
January.
every Sunday night. Come trick or
Hey,
treating.
Art grabbing them. You're on camera now. Your daughter's going to
You're
send
back.
me nasty
Whoa.
Facebook messages. Don't my dad stop eating chocolate.
I'll get in big trouble.
Right?
My
Okay.
shooter's eye.
So you got
Mhm.
a 10-song
Yeah.
CD, which is good because it drives me crazy where these artists have these huge CD release parties for a 3-song EP. You want an excuse to drink beer? Just come to my house. You know, I'll play the EP. What's the difference? I'll charge you $5. Probably cheaper than what they're selling a ticket for anyway. But what made you go with the full length?
I could have done much more than that. It's just,
Okay.
seemed like a good limit.
We had in here last week, we had Charlie Calf, from Radio Exile. And we had, he plays with Punky Meadows now. And we had Joe Sarasano. Either of you know Joe? Any of you know Joe? He was in a band called Silver Condor. It was him and Earl Slick. All right. And Joe, at Charlie's urging, put out a CD. It's a double disc. One side is all the studio stuff that, like the lost tracks of Silver Condor. The other side is all live.
That's cool.
I think that's what you should do.
You know, with the amount of money it costs to make a CD
Mhm.
and the amount of CDs that you actually sell, it's not realistic these days. But you know, down the line, if Columbia picks it up or someone else,
That's exactly right. See, that's what we're shooting for. See, and with the people you're hobnobbing with, you got a good shot. At
It's,
that.
it's true. Yeah.
This is legitimate.
Yeah.
That's right.
That yacht's still far on the horizon.
Elmer J. Foot. I want to mention on the yacht.
Let's go eat rabbit.
All right, so you put this out. John Wayne Movies. Go ahead.
Well, that title track is actually from a song my friend Joe Iantosca wrote. And years ago, I heard it and I knew I was going to do it one day, record it. But he kept changing the words to it, you know, as the songwriter will do. And after 10 versions, I said, well, I'm going to record it, but I'm going to do the first version. And he's like, good. So hey, he was happy. And there it happened. It became, you know, the main track, and it's a great song.
Okay.
Nice segue.
John Wayne Movies.
Mhm.
I like that title.
I do.
We're going to get to some of that actually very shortly. If you want to give us a call, 609-241-7103. You can do that and talk with Michael or Bobby or Elaine, Claire, Art, Bob, the roadie photographer / fiance, and
He's supervised.
or me if you want to talk to me. That doesn't happen.
Chauffeur.
Yeah.
Chauffeur.
Forgot chauffeur.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. My apologies, Bob. Please don't.
Guitar tech.
Guitar tech. That's right. You're a multi-instrumentalist.
Yep. His check has a lot of zeros on it. Nothing else but zeros.
That broke my G string.
Oh my. So again, John Wayne Movies,
Mhm.
right? Now we touched on it a little bit earlier. 7 years between CDs.
Yeah.
Over the last 7 years, I thought you were laying low, with the exception of a few gigs here and there that I saw. But you're a lot busier than you let on.
Yeah, you know, keeping busy, just not much in the writing department for a lot of that time. But like anything else, you keep little notes and recordings and start accumulating thousands of them, and eventually it has to come out.
Yeah.
So,
That's the tough part about being a musician. You can't suppress it.
mm,
I mean, we all know Thomas Johnson, right? Tom, I'll never forget the first time he came on this program. We were at the Dwyer Center, Art. That's how long ago that was. And when he came on solo, I think he had been on at the AM station in Burlington with Deirdre, but as Banacht.
Right, right.
But he came on solo, and he said to me, he says, "Yeah," he says, "I had put the guitar down for about 20 years." Wow, 20 years. That's longer than Claire's been alive, for God's sake.
Yeah.
Wow. 19.
Just barely, though.
But younger than
Just
this,
barely.
but younger than the chocolate.
Mhm.
And yeah, I said, "Well, how do you go about picking that back up?"
mm.
It's just one day I just did it. So if you're a musician, it's just stuck in you. It
It's
lies
in your blood. Yeah.
It lies dormant.
Yep.
I don't know if it's Tommy,
You know.
one of our friends in that group. Then they just, I saw a post on Facebook where the house got burglarized.
Tommy.
It's
Yeah.
Tommy, right?
Yeah.
Mhm. Thomas Johnson.
That's terrible.
Yeah, he had a recording studio down there. Yeah. So
Well,
Um,
if Tommy's listening,
if I'm going to feel
Hope everything's
violated, I want to be violated other ways. Have my liquor cabinet raided,
You would?
why not?
No.
Recovery rate.
probably got lasers in front of his liquor
It's
cabinet.
Yeah, right.
Might as well just give
one of
me a
those
job.
grids.
You touch his maker's mark and the lasers come out.
Mike, I think Mike has a drinking problem. He's had like 45 glasses of water. We haven't even hit the 25-minute mark yet.
It is 98 degrees in here.
Chug. In October.
Comfortable, I thought.
Yeah.
You got the fan there. Sounds
If it
good.
didn't
You're not
oscillate
playing.
the other way, it would be great.
Mhm.
We can do that. We can fix it.
Pop
So
it up.
that, look what it did to my hair. I told you.
What hair?
Correct. It blew half it off the top of my head. It's a Facebook Live.
Oh, man.
All right, so you do this. I mean, over the last 7 years, you've had your ups, your downs, you've had personal tragedies, you've had all kinds of things. What was the impetus? I mean, you said you had all this stuff there, but what made you look at it and say, you know what, I need to start doing originals again?
It's not that it stopped. It was more of a sit at home on the couch kind of thing, but it just I can't describe it. It just felt like it was time to put something together.
Okay.
Just happens.
Little voice inside my head said this could be the last one.
Said, don't look back.
Yeah.
Don't ever look back.
The next one's gonna be greatest hits.
Actually, I can't remember the guy's name, but he was a guest of this program. For the life of me, it escapes me now. But he had put out his first CD, and it was like 12 tunes that he put out. His debut disc, and it was called his greatest hits. You called it your great? Yeah, all of them are my greatest hits to this point. There you go.
There you go.
So, well, why don't we play something now? We'll get right into it so everybody can hear what Michael Patrick sounds like. These are all Nashville guys, you said, that are on here? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll talk about how you're going to...
Yeah, he made it easy for me.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to talk about how you are going to handpick your current group of players.
Well, you're looking at two of them.
I see that.
That's it, we're a trio.
And then we have Mike Nordsey on bass and Mike Hetty on drums. So,
We're Mike heavy.
Yeah, right.
Three mics don't make a bob featuring Elaine.
I like it. Hey.
He's going to say that on a gig.
What was that old Pink Floyd tune? 7 species of small furry creatures sitting around in a cave and grooving with a pick.
Yeah.
It was on like Ummagumma or something. It was like some ancient Pink Floyd. All right, never mind. All right, you were there. Do you remember that?
Yeah, it was
Okay.
right
There.
Mhm.
I see. All right, so you want to play live or do you want to do something off the CD?
Well, let's do something live.
You're the boss.
Because
Wow, I thought Carol was a ball.
She's probably listening.
Smart move.
Carol is the boss.
Good job. Good job.
Good answer.
Thank you.
I love Carol too. Like Cindy Drew
Good. And BB Newark.
and BB Newark.
I wonder if Todd's listening.
Todd, we love Todd too. Coffee House Todd.
One
is there
of,
a way
one
we
of
can
Michael
tell with
Patrick's
this
biggest fans.
modern
Yeah.
technology?
If he calls in.
Todd will call in.
Oh, yeah.
609-241-7102.
He's got it memorized. Come on. He was one of the first ones to get a copy. I hand delivered it to him.
Perfect.
He's probably got every word memorized.
That's
Hey,
right. All you have to
good
do
at
is
that.
hear it once.
That's
Wow.
it.
Amazes me.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
Well, we're going to do a song about being in the doghouse. It's called Man's Best Friend.
Probably sounds familiar to me.
I should have called it She Don't Care,
That too.
so I don't, give it away so quick, because,
There you go.
so here we go. She don't care if I sleep late after a long night out with friends. I don't have to buy her flowers to try to make amends. She don't care when I'm lazy and never asks too much from me. I know she'll still give me kisses. She never gets too angry. Well, she smiles when I brush her hair, rub my hand along her back. She really loves some heavy petting. I throw her toy, she brings it back. We have deep and lengthy talks when I take her on long walks. A real purebred godsend, she's a man's best friend. I see her face in a window on the couch where she don't belong. All I can do is smile. I'll never get mad for too long. She don't know how to give a guilt trip and never yells about the chores. Well, she don't ever ask for money, and she always gives a paw. She's right beside me when it's bedtime, cuddled up, about to sleep. Surely one true special canine when she starts to lick my feet. I told my woman I'm so sorry. I really hope this ain't the end. Well, I love you just as much as man's best friend. Now I'm sitting here in the doghouse for everything I put her through. About to spend the night again with man's best friend. Spend the night again with man's best friend. Yeah, we still got to learn that one too. Maybe it's just me. I wrote the damn song, you think?
Thank you. Michael Patrick, along with Bobby D, Elaine, right here on Rock on Radio. So, not how old were you, but at what age, approximately, did you decide you wanted to become a musician?
Well, I grew up with my father playing in a band in the basement when I was 5.
Okay.
Yeah, so I got my first. I used to bang on cardboard boxes during practice in the basement with them, and got my first drum set at 6. And family loved that.
Oh yeah, I feel your pain.
Neighbors too.
Could be a soft instrument with a headset plug-in, but
when I was a kid, I lived in a semi-attached home.
Was it detached?
And,
Quasi.
I was detached, semi-attached, and my drum kit was in the basement. Our neighbor next door, I would get home from school at 3:30 or whatever it was. My neighbor would come home from work at 4:45. So I knew I had from 3:30 until 4:45 to practice. Because after that, it was an older home.
Mr. Wilson was on.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there were a couple times I didn't realize he wasn't at work, and apparently I woke him up.
At 3:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah, well, apparently he was working nights.
Night shift. Oops.
So rather than just come over and tell my parents, hey, look, I got this night shift thing going on. Can you ask him to cool it for a couple weeks? No, he flipped out, threatened to call the cops, and threatened to, started making my life miserable. I mean, this guy, I was 12 or 14, whatever, this guy was in his 40s at the time.
Wow, he was old.
he was that grown. Wow.
Ancient.
So, yeah.
Crotchety.
See? Crotchety old guy.
Mhm.
Maybe that's where I got it from. But yeah, so being a drummer, guitar players, you can always either just turn it down real low, or you can
Plug in.
or not plug in, or nobody ever complained that you're playing your acoustic guitar
Or you could
too
just
loud.
annoy your neighbors.
Yes.
If you're in an apartment, it does if you're upstairs.
Really?
Mm.
Because I lived in Belmont, I'd be learning the songs and I'd be tapping on the
Oh,
floor on my
no.
foot.
Yeah.
Then the next day, I can't remember what him and his wife's name was. Hey, Bob, you got to go easy on the foot. So I got like 3 little pieces of carpet from my buddy. And I had to snap. So then you didn't hear me tap my foot. You got to have the foot tap.
Either that or he thought you were Tony Orlando.
Yeah, matter of fact,
Knocked 3
Knocked 3
times.
times on the ceiling.
I did write tie yellow.
All right, so you get this drum kit, and obviously, this did not satiate your need for musical. There goes the ring, for musical whatever.
It traveled with me throughout the years. Sometimes it was in grandma's basement, and sometimes it was in the bedroom, or but
That's good.
Jeopardy. Or was it
No, Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel of Fortune. I knew it was something. It triggered.
you've got mail.
I want to buy a Val.
But I think I better shut this.
So it's
Good idea.
Good idea. So go ahead.
So yeah,
Sounded
I'd
good.
say up through high school. That's when I switched to guitar.
Okay.
Yeah, and because I was playing heavy metal, Iron Maiden,
Black
Judas
Sabbath.
Priest, yeah, Sabbath, all that. Yeah,
There's still less stuff to carry.
could still play it.
Less stuff to carry.
Yeah.
But then I played bass for about 13 years in a Grateful Dead tribute band.
No way.
Hmm.
Who'd have thought?
Called.
I don't want to really give the other guy credit. No,
Ooh.
I'm just
Never like Jerry
Anyway.
Garcia.
no, it was called World Within.
Okay.
And
Well, where'd you grow up, Mike?
started in Hillside
Okay.
Jersey boy.
back in the day. Yeah, it's always been Jersey. And then from there, I moved a lot of times. Let's see, Parlin, Old Bridge, Westfield, twice.
Once the heat was off, you
In
went
a row.
back. or-
Sorry, don't learn from our mistakes.
Scotch Plains, Springfield,
Hey, Gypsy.
Woodbridge,
Jersey.
Islin,
Wow,
Marlboro.
Oh, that's a Marlboro.
Yeah, I'm in Marlboro now.
Yeah.
There might have been-
Marlboro man.
Mm-hmm. The Marlboro Mustangs. That was my high school.
Wow.
I spent my whole life there.
Wow.
Well,
Really?
till I
It's
got
only
married.
4 years.
Yeah, you're funny.
High school, the best 20 years of my life. Wow. You stepped right into that.
I
one.
did. That's
Yeah.
okay. I'll pay you back.
The way the
Yeah,
taxes
I'm-
are now, there's going to be another town soon,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Probably.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay, so you moved around, you did this, you did that. How'd you get involved with the Jersey Shore community? Because when I first got involved with the Asbury Park Jersey Shore Bites, it was through a friend of mine
Mm.
who asked me to play drums for a big show they had coming up Labor Day weekend at the Wonder Bar
Nice.
with Status Green and his
Oh,
band
yeah.
called Agency. at the
Yeah.
time. And I was like, well, when's the gig? He said, Labor Day weekend. I was like, that's 2 weeks from now. Yeah, can you do it? I'd never played with this guy before. It was all original material. Oh, jeez. Well, that's how I got my foot in the door there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't. When you play, you play where you can and what makes sense. I don't
Okay.
look at it as being a foot in the door anywhere.
Just wind up with a gig.
Yeah.
Some gigs are harder
Hopefully,
to get than
yeah.
others.
A lot of them are hard to get.
Yeah.
yeah.
You got nothing
Just-
for me.
It's really, it's years of playing, meeting people and getting out and just doing it. Yeah.
Well, and what I mean by, you get your foot in the door, after I did that gig,
Yeah.
our next gig was at the Saint. And then our next gig, we were all from down here, so we had no following there, so to speak. But through those things, and then through this radio program, and I had, everybody in this room has been on the show.
Got everybody on your show.
10 years.
Yeah.
I only miss 2 shows a year when I go to Myrtle Beach to play golf. a subject near and dear to your heart, Bobby D.
Yes, it is.
I only that, and unless Christmas and New Year's fall on a Sunday, then I don't do the program. But you meet a lot of people, you see a lot of people. I've been asked to do gigs through this, program, and
I think you did it with Winter Solstice with me at the Saint one time.
I did several of them.
I think we did Blue Christmas. And you were on drums.
Yes, yep, I did that. I did stuff with Praza, with Zara, with
That's a wild show. The Solstice Show.
show. Yeah, Cook.
I don't know how he does it.
One and done each.
Yep, like a human iPod.
65 band performers.
Have you ever played one of them?
Yes.
You have. I
You
know.
have, haven't you?
I don't think
No,
I
you
have.
never did?
No. I've seen it, but it just never made it out to one.
Even Matt
I
Wade did one.
Yeah.
probably had a gig or something.
Yeah. Well, it's okay. All right. So, what are your websites? Social media? Let's get those out.
Sure. Yeah. Main website is michael-patrick.net. Facebook is facebook.com/michaelpatricksongs. But now, with this whole hacked message going around, I do have two sites. I have the personal one, and then I have the musician band site. So
That hacked.
Is that with the free Russian
That's
distribution?
that's yeah.
Yeah, it's just
I encourage you to go to both. One of them I have 1,600 friends, and the other one I have 400 likes or something. So
Okay. So you're working your way up
oh yeah,
on social media.
I'm telling.
Instagram,
20 years in the
Twitter. What do you
making.
do?
Instagram, I think it's for Michael Patrick, same as Twitter.
All right.
Yeah, that's the extent of it. I don't have enough time in the day to do more than that.
And that's
but
okay.
Gotta
like-
find one of these things that posts to every site. You just.
I
put it
thought
on
that was the
once.
whole idea behind Instagram. Wasn't that what that was supposed to do?
Well, that post your pictures, I think, on Instagram and Facebook.
That's
yeah,
what
but you were supposed to be able to link it to all your different social media, kind of like a Hulu.
They probably did. We're just
know?
old and don't understand it.
I still like
Yeah.
billboards.
I should take one of them out for this show.
Yeah.
We'll get the picture from tonight. Me, you, Elaine, Michael. We'll take a billboard.
That's it.
Come see us.
Yeah.
Bob can take
Bob
the
will
photo.
take the picture. Put them in photo mode.
And you
That's
gotta glue it up on
You gotta shoot in raw though. That'd be big.
Bob's got
Yeah,
the
raw
photo
file.
credit right on
See?
that back picture. Sorry, I had to cover it up with words, but that was him. That was, I think, was that the Pennsylvania?
Oh, yeah.
Mohegan Sun.
Mohegan
Yeah.
Sun. That was a great gig.
When
Oh,
Bob
that
takes your
was
picture,
fun.
you're 10 years younger.
Well, after the
Nice.
Photoshop.
It's the truth.
I guess I'll be a baby then.
You disappear. Yeah.
You'd be in a playpen.
You started it.
And we'll be in jail.
Yeah,
right. Why just? Oh, come on. Just for sitting here? Nah.
As long as they don't welcome us back, Art. We'll be good. Now we do some more music.
Sure.
Another tune? What do you want to do?
Yeah. Let's do Baby Won't You Get Up. Or Won't You Get Up is the short version of it.
You know this one? No.
I'm still
Okay.
I'm still learning. It's a little weird without the drums, but,
Yeah.
but we'll try it.
See, that's why I'm a drummer, to be less weird.
I don't want to be too loud. Okay, I'm ready.
Need to be
It's a
loud
song
enough.
about getting frisky.
I know.
Whoa.
I do my homework. That's why Mike asked me.
Really?
Yeah, I thought he wanted to spot at our open mic. And he goes, I got to throw something by you on Facebook. So I call him up and I said, what do you need? A featured artist shot? Because me and Cal give bands half an hour. He goes, no, I don't know if you'd be interested in playing in my CD release shows. Michael tell you, I said, what are you asking me for? 100 guitar players. He goes, because I want you to do it. And that was pretty nice of him. That made me feel good that he asked me.
See?
Wow.
It did, because I always
Well,
thought,
He's a nice guy, and he actually learned all the songs.
Yeah.
and we both smoke Marlboros.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Speaking of,
That's why he really asked me.
he's taking a break soon. Wait, we're in church, right?
Sort of.
Let me get some holy water.
Yeah, I figured that's what we're drinking.
Correct. All right, if you're just tuning in, this is Michael Patrick, Bobby D, and Lane, and it's called what?
It's called "Won't You Get Up."
Won't You Get Up?
2, 3, 4. Walk in the door about 3:30, shaking off the buzz from a long evening. Should be getting some sleep, but I'm feeling frisky. She gets a tap on the shoulder and a rub of the knee. Baby, won't you get up so we can get down? Baby, won't you get up so we can get down? Baby, won't you get up so we can get down now? Oh yeah. She awakes in the dark, said she had a bad dream. Offered her comfort, tried to turn up the heat. Says that she's tired of sleeping for a moon. And say, I got a big surprise I want to show to you. Baby, won't you get up so we can get down? Baby, won't you get up so we can get down? Baby, won't you get up so we can get down now? All right, Bobby D. Said it's 4 in the morning and she just walk in that door. You're a sorry, sad case if you thought you might score. Smell like whiskey, get your hands on me. I get a punch in the shoulder and she gives me the knee. She said, now you'll never get up and you will get down. Now you'll never get up and you won't get down. Now you'll never get up. You will get down with me. Oh, baby, won't you get up so we can get down? Baby, won't you get up so we can get down? Baby, won't you get up so we can get down now? Oh, baby, won't you get up now? Yeah, baby, won't you get up now?
Michael Patrick. Guys pulled it off.
Good thing we got practice tomorrow night, too.
Well, you don't need it now.
Final touches on
You're good. Colin McKay says, sounding good.
Oh, Colin. Now, Colin's from Mystic Twang. And his duo, the duo is going to be opening up for us at the Roxy and Duke show.
Oh,
There you go.
Yeah.
So
Thanks for tuning in, Colin.
why 2 release parties?
Oh, because we have so many fans.
Well, I just figured that was obvious. I wasn't,
We got 280 lined up.
Yeah, I got a lot of CDs. I know I did the big order, so I got a lot of CDs.
3,500 CDs.
Nice. And there's a few more, but
well, you'll need that at Madison Square
Well,
Garden.
they did. They delivered it by FedEx train.
Train.
The only guy I know, FedEx train
Freight.
pulled up. When they called them up, they emptied the 3 cargo holds.
Had to pull up to Newark International. Yeah, I get it. But now, well, you're actually they're a week apart, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have the 13th at
the Lighthouse Tavern in
Lighthouse
Waretown. Yeah.
Waretown, New Jersey, and you have the 20th at
Roxy and Dukes.
Well, I mean, that's I notice a lot of artists are doing that now. They're having a local, then they're like doing some room in New York City or something.
Yeah, this is kind of the areas that I've been playing in for a while. So a lot of friends, live in those areas.
Okay,
So
so you've created a fan base.
a friend base. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
a friend base.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the questions that I ask on this program sometimes is there are a lot of bands that have a lot of success in their hometown, their home area, ground zero, so to speak, and but they don't really spread out from there. And the way I look at it is I really don't think they have a good judgment of their product. If, it'd be very easy to go to my family and say, what do you think? Oh yeah, it's great. Cause they're not going to look at you and say, it sucks. No, they're going to look at you and they go, oh yeah, it's great. It's great. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
And when you have a fan base of friends, or friend base, as you call it,
Yeah.
or fam base, family, they're not going to tell you that you're terrible. Of course they're going to love it because they love you,
Well, they,
so to speak.
Isn't it true though that they don't have a lot of venues for original music in
yeah,
certain
that's
areas
one of the things
too?
I was gonna say. It's
Well, this
really
area
hard.
is one of them. There's nothing for
And
original.
then the club owner would say, I'm not being specific, just out of the blue would say, how many people can you bring?
Oh, I know that place.
I know that place.
Actually, in Trenton, there's two venues that are original music friendly.
Cool.
But one's heavy metal and one's punk.
Well, we do
That's
that.
the
We do
majority
that.
of the acts that play there.
I think this is
We
something
get right in.
that's different for me because I've over the years never done straight original, and even though what we're doing now is going to be some of the originals, there's always going to be covers thrown in.
Okay.
So I'm not looking at original venues trying to become a rock star. It's not what I'm doing.
What? Why
I'm
not?
not. I'm realistic, but this, playing for years in, Ring of Fire, Suburban Hillbillies, whatever. There's people that come to different areas, and we could branch out and actually get paid. And yeah,
No. Say it, son.
not that there's anything wrong with the original scene. If that's what you want to do, I did it years ago. I'm just I want to enjoy and do it the right way for me.
Well, I think that's why we all do it.
I
We
think-
want to do what brings us enjoyment. We want to do what fits us at whatever the moment is.
Yeah, and with the original stuff, if you bring enough people, you'll get paid.
Yeah.
Well, that's exactly. That's
the challenge, is getting to
right. And there were a couple bands in the area here. The fellow that wrote this theme song, Charles Larita.
Right.
Charles Larita and the Mischief, Honey Spot Boulevard, Ernie White. They could get away with playing a night of originals because they pack the place no matter what they do.
Sure.
They do great at marketing. They've got a great reputation. They've got, if you want to go over the river to New Hope, you got John and Peter, Savannah. There's a whole slew of clubs that'll take you,
Yeah, Peter V plays there a lot.
I remember John Peters.
With Peter V, Blues Train with Alex,
Yes. Okay.
Gravy and them.
Yep.
Yes, if they're going to help a lot.
Yeah, because it's accepting of original music.
Yeah.
We had one club in Hamilton Township that was strictly, if you wanted to play there and you were a musician, didn't matter whether it was originals or covers, you got a gig. Fellow by the name of Teddy Zagarsky, Teddy Z as he was known, used to run it. Teddy died suddenly of a heart attack,
That's sad.
and there went the club.
Yeah. I remember way back in the day, I was in a band called Teachers from Detroit. No one was a teacher. No one was from Detroit. But we played, and this is when the Dirt Club was still around, Empire Rock Club in Philly, and all over the place,
Mhm.
And after a year, I was like, can you at least give me gas money?
Yeah.
And it just,
We often joke about that on
Teachers
here.
from Detroit. I was in a band, Professors from Parsippany.
we should have did a gig together.
Higher education.
Yeah, no, that's what we strive for.
Yeah.
Higher ed.
Oh, I could tell.
Yeah, it's funny. Some gigs now I make or less what I was making in 1982.
I said that to
Yeah.
friends of
Yeah.
mine too. It's true.
The pay scale really has not
Cost of
changed.
living has not hit musicians.
But the
If
cost
anything,
of
it's gotten
beer has gone
worse.
up,
Or
though.
teachers.
Yeah. I can
$2
remember.
beers are now $6. That's
Good
not
point,
right.
yeah.
3 mugs for $1 are gone.
I can remember being at the bar setting up my drums, and a bottle of Budweiser was $1.
Yeah.
Mm.
And when at 9 o'clock it went up to $1.50, people were like, "That's a 50% increase. What are you nuts?"
Should have been here at 8.
Yeah, right. Should have got drunk first. You'll like us more. The more you drink, the better we sound. But you can't. That all went up. Everything but musicians
Mm.
pay. But I mean, I wouldn't even know how to combat that. But to what you were saying before, I worked with a bass player, great guy. We used to call him Shaq because he looked like Shaquille O'Neal, big dude, big arms, And
Couldn't make a foul shot though.
I don't know, but he went in to get us a gig one time, and the club owner pulled that crap on him. Well, you know, what's your following like? He says, I don't know. What are your customers like? The guy looked at him. Hey, I got people. You got customers? Don't expect me to bring everybody.
Yeah, a lot of times though, like in certain towns, there's a lot of cliques in music, you know, and they're all good, you know, they're friends. But sometimes you'll go to out of town, which I've done it in the past, in like the early '80s. You go to a different bar. Sometimes it was kicking, like up by Lake of Parkham. We played a club. I think it was called the Firehouse Pub.
I think it's still at Fires.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's
It's killer gig. But then some other gigs, the local people don't show up because it's not one of their local bands.
Right.
You know.
I just got some feedback. Our mics are apparently weak, and Elaine's
Because you're
overpowered.
too far.
Because you're too
from
far
it.
away.
You're too far
Come back.
away.
Come back.
You were.
Hello.
You were,
There you
there
go.
go.
See?
Come on, man.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Hi,
Did you ever sign me?
I'm Johnny.
Let's have I want to have a party. Introduce you to Mike.
I do, Mike.
You got three of them, but
I-
they're not
I
talking to
How you doing over here?
Elaine is a highly trained professional. She figured that right out.
them. She's female. Good point.
Oh.
High five.
Wow.
Got to stick together.
Like pasta?
No.
Oh,
Put enough salt in it, won't stick together.
there you go.
Olive oil doesn't work. It floats.
So,
We cover everything. right, Mike?
Culinary tips from Bobby.
Yeah, right.
okay. So,
That gallon jug.
Sorry, I think there's no more. You've
I'll drink.
depleted. You've depleted the reservoir.
Water. I mean,
All right, I'll see what I can
We'll have to send Bob to like 7-Eleven.
do.
Bob, you get all the heat, Bob. So, okay. So when you sit down, you're putting these together. All right. So actually, if I go based on what you're saying, the songs that are on John Wayne movies, all right. Some of these songs could be incredibly old. Some could be very new. If this is stuff that's been kind of lying around,
Nah.
no?
Nah. When I talk about, things that have been lying around, we're talking about little bits. That's how I think a lot of songs come together.
Okay.
You have a chorus and you hold on to it because you don't have the right verse or you don't have a melody for it.
Okay.
Or, you don't have the right music. So there's definitely a couple of them and that came together that way. But there's a few ones that are newer. One of them actually started off as a joke song. Those are the ones that usually come out the best.
Now, for those of you watching at home and those of you listening at home, I want you to take note of the fact that Michael totally ignored the fact that he has to talk into the microphone.
Yes,
I-
yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. You need better microphones.
They're omnidirectional. What do you want?
Radio Shack. Uh-oh.
Look, see,
Uh-oh,
look,
there-
now
see?
he's busting up the
Telling you.
equipment.
He needs 4 of them. One here, man.
Back when I was on the AM station, we had a table similar to this. But my guests used to sit over there where Claire is.
Is that the one Kelly and I were on a long
Yes.
time ago?
Yes,
It was, right?
right back deep in the woods of Burlington
Yeah,
County. Yeah. And we had
Took me a day to get
radio grade material that were, because it was an AM radio station that was sanctioned by this, that, and the other thing. So the people who had owned it set it up like they would set up any AM or FM radio station back in its heyday. And the mics were omnidirectional and they had, the windscreens and all that.
Yeah.
Everything was set up so that you could hear a pin drop. But yet, because sometimes people would be sitting where you are, rather than talk like I'm talking into the mic now, they would go like this.
Oh.
And you could hear their ear. But correct.
What?
Correct. So, why don't we do another tune, and then we'll get back to the way you write these songs.
Okay.
What are we doing?
live or memorize?
Val?
Yeah, let's do. So this is a song about getting the silent treatment. I don't know if that's ever happened.
I'm starting to notice a theme with this.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Doghouse, silent
Anger.
treatment.
I don't know where it came from, but I assured my fiance they weren't If Taryn's listening right now, hi, Taryn.
Elaine,
These are not about you. These are
These are not
Right,
about
way
you.
before,
It's just the
way
kind of
before.
songs that come out of me. I don't know where. It's about what's her name, wherever she is.
your life is so much better.
So yeah, it's about getting the silent treatment and then realizing it's a blessing in disguise. So, am I allowed to say that?
You can say whatever you want.
You're not allowed to say that.
I
Well.
am pleading no case, no contest.
So it's called Vow of Silence. I was really pissed her off this morning. She hasn't spoken a word all day. It's got me wondering just how long she can go without something to say. Several times I called her name out and even tried to make her laugh. But she's taking a vow of silence. I think she wants to kick my ass. Well, the telephone is ringing. She still talks to all her friends. Must be just me she's ignoring. I don't know why she's on the fence. I even played our favorite song and asked her if she had mistakes. But she's taking a vow of silence. I wish she warned me in advance. When I asked her for a hand, she gave me a finger. I don't know how long this will linger. All my friends are placing bets. I can see her lips now. This ain't over yet. It was then I started to realize this was a blessing in disguise. Sometimes silence is golden. Perhaps I've won the big door prize. I could watch the game and take a nap at place. Not sure what I've done. Didn't have to ask. She's taking a vow of silence. Well, I can finally get some rest. She's taking a vow of silence. I can get some peace at least.
Michael Patrick right here on Rock On Radio, along with Elaine and Bobby D. Keys and guitar.
Nice.
If you want to give us a call, please do so, 609-241-7103. We'll give you a copy of John Wayne Movies for those of you watching at home. There it is. You can see it. I don't know if you can see it or can't see it. Try to get the glare out of the way there. Darn fluorescence. We can, there
I
you
can
go.
post it.
Art's holding it up right in front of there. John Wayne Movies.
Hold it up the plastic on one of them anyway, right?
Yeah, well, he's
I did.
Art already
Oh,
did.
yeah.
609-241-7103. We'll give one away. We also have Rock On Radio merch. We have pens. We have bumper stickers. You're free to have those, you know.
Ooh,
Something for my guitar case.
Really?
yeah.
You can give this to Todd to keep the list.
Oh,
Todd comes now and then because he's,
He's a man of
with
the world.
work. Yeah, you know, he had a little setback, which is
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
little diabetes.
Okay.
He's doing good. He's doing real well, and he's still working. He's, you know, he pops in when he can with Dale.
Well, good. I got to get there. I'm serious.
Use your rock
Yeah.
on facility. We miss you, Todd.
I have to get back there and see some people I haven't seen in a very long time.
Yeah, Danny used to be like a fixture. Wherever you went in Asbury, he was there
He
for
was
like
there.
2-3 years.
Mhm.
When he was like 21.
Then I blew the meniscus in my knee and wound up
Mm.
with surgery and led to a few other issues and kind of been here and there these days. But
Like we all have.
yeah, right.
Except for Bob.
But Bob is everywhere. I'm learning that quick. He's everywhere and everything to everyone. He's omnipotent. Oh wait, omnibus. Wait, what is he?
Wait a minute. I'm gonna have to give him a raise if you guys keep this up.
I think they have a commercial for that. There's a cure now.
Yeah, I think so. Just don't understand the bathtubs.
There it is.
Oh, a phone call.
nice.
We have conjured someone up. Hello, welcome to Rock On Radio. Who's this?
Hello, Danny.
Hello. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you? You know who this
I
is?
know this call's coming from Cuba.
Wow.
Cuba, Missouri. Actually, this is Terry. Hello, Terry. What's happening?
I was going to say hola.
That's the next town over. What's going on, Terry?
Oh, not much. I love that music, and I've got to have that CD.
There you go.
Oh.
Well, I'll tell you, just the way you said that, you're going to get one.
There you go. The first lucky winner of Michael Patrick John Wayne movies is Terry. So what's happening out in Cuba?
Oh, not much. We had some storms and rain here today and last night, but it's calmed down now.
Oh, good. No tornadoes, right?
I don't think we had tornadoes, but we had some bad wind and some bad storms, but it's all cool off.
You ain't sending that this way, right?
Here it comes. It's a coming.
Oh, all right. Very good. Very good. Well, Terry is a loyal listener. She's been listening to this program. Well, it's almost been 10 years, believe it or not. But she's been listening. How long have you been listening to this program, Terry? At least 7 or 8 that I can recall.
Too long to remember.
Yet she keeps tuning in. All right, Terry. Well, what have you liked so far the best about Michael's songs?
Well, the kind of countryfied, which is my number one on my list because they're countryfied. I like country music.
A little southern drawl.
And they're funny, and I like that. And it's just basically cool. I like the music.
Wow. Well, thank you very much.
He's going to autograph that CD for you.
We'll make him do that.
And send it with flowers, I think.
Whoa! The FTV guy. All right. See?
With a blank check on the inside.
Get him on the internet.
Terry will get the CD. It'll be buried in a bag of gold metal.
Oh.
Yeah, you can bake his chocolate chip cookies. Send them back for the Christmas show.
I'll do that. I'll make some cookies and I'll send them to you.
Oh, that's beautiful. See?
Nice.
See how?
Wait till we're back on the show. And send some ice cold bottles of water with you.
All right.
Sorry.
You know, I'll look. I believe I still have your address this time, so I'll have to look it up. And we'll get this CD out to you probably next weekend. And Terry actually has the newest merch. She's got the pens. She's got a Rock On Radio coffee mug.
Wow.
Yes. Which I drink out my coffee with every day.
Oh, that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, but do you have the 4-piece traveling luggage like I do?
Oh,
Like the Russian eggs, they stack inside.
And I still got
Nesting.
some lube.
Nesting.
I got some lube left, but I can use some more. You know.
Oh yeah, there'll be some Rock On Radio lube in that package. That's not a problem. Bobby's eyes has got the biggest song.
he has no idea what you're talking about.
You don't want to know.
We'll send that out. We might actually we got the Midnight Hellion cozies over there. We'll find something to send out to you. But you got a copy of Michael Patrick's John Wayne movies. There, courtesy of Michael Patrick and Rock On Radio. Thanks, Ter.
You're welcome. Rock on, everybody.
Rock on. There you go. Terry has. She's been listening to.
You lost me at Lou.
Good.
Okay.
Yes.
If you play a song,
You do the
John Wayne.
Yeah.
John Wayne.
Yeah,
movie.
let's
All
do
right.
that.
Well, while you're gone, I'm gonna talk to
Yeah.
Bobby and Elaine for a little bit, 'cause it's been a while. And then if you're not back when we're done with that, we'll play something else. All right. The microphones that you said are no good. You're banging.
We heard that loud and clear.
Well, Taryn says looks and sounds great.
Woohoo.
See,
Mhm.
see. So you're out of the
She might be just a
doghouse for
little
now.
biased.
Yeah. Well,
Just a little.
Remember that bias I was talking about earlier?
especially after the silent treatment song.
A vow of silence.
I'll be right back.
Which is not about Taryn.
Michael. I'm going to take a walk with Michael.
You're not gonna have the secondhand smoke of
Jeez.
it.
There you go.
Actually, this would be a good time to play John
Actually,
Wayne.
Why don't we do John Wayne instead?
Actually, he's going to the bathroom. That scares me a little bit, Bobby. I have to tell you.
Oh, now he's complaining of too much water.
That's all
Yeah,
that
yeah,
stream water. That's where water comes from.
All right, we're going to play Freebird right now. While the entire staff goes outside.
In a key of A.
You better make your green grass and high tides.
You're jonesing, aren't you?
No.
All right, so
I can sit for a day. It doesn't bother me.
Oh no, he's
Okay.
starting to twitch.
Did you see his shoulders?
Yeah, he's just like he's starting
No,
to
I'm
lose it.
not.
No, he is. He is.
All right, we'll start with Elaine back there because she's been rather quiet.
I know.
So
He's trying to give her. He's trying to be a gentleman, give her an opportunity.
Thank
he
you.
is.
Thank you.
Bobby is always a gentleman.
Thank you,
Yes.
Danny.
Yes.
He definitely
Bobby's
is.
always.
Now on that,
No, no.
there's nothing else I can add.
Yeah.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Oh boy.
Welcome to Rock on Radio, starring Elaine.
Holding down the
Wow.
fort.
Yeah. So what's been happening, Elaine? What are you doing? I know you have a thriving solo career as well.
Solo and with my band,
Okay.
Cimarron Sky Band. We
Who's
play
in-
on.
Who's in that band?
That is Brian Roush is my multi-instrumentalist. He plays banjo, guitar, mandolin,
Cool.
harmonica,
Wow.
and sings. And Mark Donnelly is my bass player.
Okay.
Plays cool upright bass. Just got a brand new bass. He loves it.
Nice.
Papa's got a brand new band.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Mark's son David often plays with us, but he's in school right now. He goes to Temple University. He's doing graduate work there. So when he's with us, he plays fiddle and mandolin.
Oh, cool.
We all sing and we have a good time. We play a little, we play
No drummer?
no drummer. This is classic country, traditional country, and bluegrass.
Where do you guys play?
Albert Music Hall. We play there once a month.
Now that's in Tucker.
That's in Waretown.
Okay. I know some.
You're dying to get to Tuckerton somehow.
Lizzie Rhodes is in Tucker now. I don't know.
Is there Blue Room or
Whatever
something?
it is, it's a hall down the park.
Yeah.
Blue Room or
We've
something?
we've done a whole lot of library shows. I present a classic ladies of country music show,
Oh.
and that's been very popular, especially in March. It's Women's History Month, so in March I did 6 concerts
Nice.
for the Ocean County Library System. We played at Howell Library this past 2 weekends ago, and Middletown this past Saturday. Playing at the Waretown Library 2 days after the CD release show.
Okay.
So keep them busy. I do a lot of solo stuff too. I have 2 restaurants that I play at regularly. La Gondola in Lakehurst and the Lamppost Inn in Pine Beach. In fact, I'm there next Thursday night from 6 to 9. And when I play solo, I play a little bit of everything. Heavy on the country stuff, but some pop.
I didn't even know that you played keys. I knew you played guitar because that's all I'd ever seen. But it's been
I
a while,
actually-
though. Like I was saying to Bobby, it's been a while since I've seen you guys.
Picking up the guitar was actually new. I played keyboards all back through the late 70s and 80s. I played in top 40 bands. It's in a band called Madison Avenue. We played all up and down the circuit, the Jersey Shore. And that was all keyboards. I played a very little bit of acoustic guitar, doing some early light folk stuff and like 70s pop stuff like America and that kind of stuff. But just a very little bit. I mean, really simplified. I did have one electric guitar solo that I played when in a Southern rock band. I played the end of Flirting with Disaster. I played the third guitar part at the end. my claim to fame there. But mainly I played keyboards really through the bulk of the 80s into the 90s.
Okay.
Then I did some DJing as my bands got very unreliable, different musicians I was playing with. And it got to the point, like I ended up down to a duo, and my duo partner would just like last minute say, "Hey, I can't make it. Would you DJ this job?" So at that point I said, well, if I'm going to go in as a DJ, I want to present myself as a DJ instead of having them expect live music. We did a mix of stuff. We did live and DJing. And so I did that for a while. And then there were some problems I had at home that I just had to step away from music for a few years.
Okay.
And
so how'd you get involved with Michael?
I've been singing with Michael, I think, on and off for like probably about 5 years now. I started by just like at different ones of his shows or open mics, singing along, doing some harmonies with him. Then I got to be June Carter for
cool.
a lot of the the Ring of Fire things.
Okay.
So and he knew I played keyboards just from a rock band that I've been in fairly recently, and very nicely asked me to join him on this project, and it's been just a lot of fun working on all this original stuff.
How do you find Elaine with her stuff? Or how do you find
CimarronSkyMusic.com. CIMARRON. Yeah, I had to pick something hard to spell.
Yeah, right.
CimarronSkyMusic.com. My solo stuff is there. My band stuff is there. And advertisement for our CD release show is there too.
609-241-7103 if you want to talk to any of us here in studio tonight, or you can follow along on Facebook, Danny Coleman's Rock on Radio 2, the number 2 on Facebook, or Twitter and Instagram, Rock on Radio, all one word, all capital letters. I'm glad you made it back.
Yeah, just in time.
Bobby's stuck outside now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is it locked?
Yeah,
He doesn't even have his phone to call.
No, that's right.
that's
If
correct.
he doesn't come back, I'll go wander.
The Marlboro man better start becoming a survivalist. Although we didn't tell him that the parking lot used to be the graveyard. They just paved right over the graveyard.
Seriously? Really?
We're not
Drag
kidding.
him under.
Yeah. So, yeah. Well, you better watch in the hallway there. There've been some sightings out there.
Yeah. They wander by.
We had the knitting lady at the Christmas party.
It is Halloween.
Two different guests at
coming
two
up.
different times came up here on a 3-hour show. One came in. There's a woman downstairs knitting. About half hour later, another one came up and goes, "There's a woman in that room knitting, and she disappeared."
No.
So yeah, this is a fun spot to be sometime.
Whoa.
Oh, Bobby showed up. He's got that's Rubik's. That's
I thought you
Rubik's
brought-
foe.
Thought you brought the goods.
The albino.
All right, if you're just tuning in, this is Rock on Radio. I'm Danny Coleman. Our guest tonight is Michael Patrick, and he's brought along with him Bobby D and Elaine. Do you want us to play John Wayne? Do you want us to play the title cut, or do you want to do another one live?
I think we're fresh out of songs. No,
We got like 8 left.
let's.
Should do a live one. I mean, from the
Yeah,
CD.
do
I
it.
mean.
CD.
one, yeah.
A live one from the CD.
Yeah, this way you can hear what it really sounds like.
So you want to explain the title cut at all, or no?
I think the words will. It's
The words are self-explanatory.
yeah, and it could be a little bit of a tearjerker, but it's a father and son.
Good song.
It's a really good song, yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Well, once again, this is Rock on Radio. You got it, Art? I think so. That would be
Find out.
track 2 is the title cut. Michael Patrick's John Wayne Movies, his first new release in 7 decades. 7 years.
7 decades.
7 decades.
John Wayne Movies.
It was the bottom of the ninth in our last chance. I was standing at the plate. He was somewhere in the stands when I hit my first home run and rounded second base. I saw him in the crowd, a smile on his face. The years would pass, cheers would fade, but time can't erase those memories we made, watching John Wayne movies on rainy afternoons. Zero on the screen, in my hearing from. I thought he was everything a man could ever be. He was John Wayne to me. I parked my old red bike when I could drive. Asked if I could take his brand new pickup for a ride. And I remember how he laughed as he listened to my pleas. He reached into his pocket and he handed me the key. I thought those days never end. They were the best of time. They were the best of friends. Watching John Wayne movies on rainy afternoons. Zero on the screen, my hearing scroll. I thought he was everything a man could ever be. He was John Wayne to me. My heroes in the end, he chose courage over fear. Sometimes I can't believe that he's not here. The days grow long and the clouds roll in. I'm here alone, remembering. Watching John Wayne movies on rainy afternoons. Zero on the screen, and my hearing is blue. I thought he was everything a man could ever be. He was John Wayne to me. He was John Wayne to me.
Michael Patrick right
Yeah.
here on Rock On Radio.
Woo!
Emma Burchill McAtee.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you very much for posting a
Mm.
picture of all of us here.
Hi,
One of your-
Emma.
Taryn. Oh,
Yeah,
Emma did too.
Emma
Yeah,
Burchill
cool.
McAtee.
Nice.
Thank you.
Emma's in Texas right now.
She is.
Yeehaw. Woohoo.
All the way, man. We got the states covered. We got Missouri. We got
Mhm.
Texas.
Yeah.
We're only 48, 47 if you include Jersey. 47 to go. You just brought up a good point, Michael, at the end of that song.
Yeah.
If you want to win a copy of Michael Patrick's John Wayne movies, just give us a call at 609-241-7103. And if you're local, how many tickets we had?
I could do 10.
Whoa!
Ooh, prize pack.
We have up to 10 tickets to give away. Well, why don't we start with 4? How's that?
Sure.
That way, in case more than
4
one
pack.
person calls in the next 45 minutes.
Or we don't get any goals.
We don't get, then we'll give all 10 to the last call. How about we have 4 tickets to give away to Michael's CD release party, October 20th
And Roxy and Duke's
in
Roadhouse.
Dunellen, New Jersey. And we'll give you a copy of John Wayne movies. We will also give you a Rock On Radio bumper sticker, Rock On Radio bumper sticker, Rock On Radio pen, Rock On Radio Lou.
Please support public with your donation.
The Rock On Radio Lube is actually dial hand lotion. Yeah.
Just to burst your bubble.
Whatever works.
Or so they say.
All I can say about that is this.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now, this is a true story. I did a broadcast live from Randy Now's man cave in Bordentown one time. And I said I was going to give away Rock On Radio Lube to anybody who showed up. So we got some people show up, right? So at the end of the night, I gave out this 2-pack of Dial hand lotion.
Sampler.
Yeah, sample packs. And a girl, I heard she didn't know I was listening. She picked it up. She looked at it. She went, oh, it's not real lube. She put it on the counter and walked out.
I know her.
This is Bordentown, you say, right?
Bordentown, yeah.
Don't they have sample packs of KY?
Actually, well, that's where this came from. We got a case of accident. We got a case accidentally of this, or a skid.
Oh gosh.
24 or 28 cases of this lotion.
We should have did the giveaway for that when we did Baby Won't You Get Up So We Can Get Down.
See? There you go. That's always included in the Rock on Radio. Actually, if you come to the Rock on Radio happy hours, which this Wednesday, we have a Rock on Radio happy hour at the Tiernan Oak in Trenton. Trenton. It's actually Hamilton Township. That side of the street's Hamilton Township. Yeah, well, the front door, technically, it's Trenton because of the zip code, but it's actually, the building sits in Hamilton Township. So you go in the front, you're in Trenton. You go in the back, you're in Hamilton. It's one of them deals. 7 to 9 with the music of one of my favorite singer-songwriters ever. The Williams Boy will be our entertainment that evening.
Nice.
We also have an incredible open mic hosted by John Monk, Jerry's son. Jerry's usually my partner on these events, but John's
partner in crime.
Him and Jerry every other month. And John is insanely talented, just like his father. So that's this Wednesday, October 10th. But we'll have 4 tickets to give away to Roxy and Dukes October 20th. If you don't want the tickets, that's okay too. We'll still give you a CD. We'll give you the Rock on Radio Lube, the bumper stickers. I'll throw something in there. 609-241-7103. Yes, Jeopardy. You shouldn't even have to answer a question.
The lines are now open.
Call in.
It's like the telethon. All right, Michael. So, again, give us your social media.
Our main website, michael-patrick.net. Social media. I have many profiles because I've been hacked. No, I'm just kidding.
What's the real one?
It's Michael Patrick Songs. So if you look up that, well, it'll be the guy. Well, actually, I don't even have a guitar in my hand in that picture.
No. Why is it?
Because
he's a drummer.
He's a drummer.
I started playing oboe last week.
Didgeridoo.
I have to rent my oboe. It doesn't call it.
I got the weirdest press release I think I've ever gotten in a long time last week. Ginger Baker's son, Kofi, Jack Bruce's kid, which I think is Jack Jr.
Cream too.
And Eric Clapton's nephew, Will Johnson.
Are you kidding?
Nope. Are going out and they're doing all the Cream material.
Get out.
They're going. They got 3 shows in Jersey this month.
I hope they inherited some of the talent.
Yeah, right.
Get out.
And I got a call the other morning. I was expecting it at 1:00. I got it at 10:30 in the morning from Clapton's nephew, and he told me some really funny stuff about growing up Eric Clapton. It was kind of fun, but I agreed to keep it off the record.
Clapton's playing tonight
at the Garden,
right?
Aren't you supposed to be warming up?
That's right.
We don't have the gas money.
Tomorrow we're playing at my mom's garden in her backyard.
What does she grow?
Pumpkins.
I can't tell you.
No, I can't tell you.
But it's about to become legal.
It's a garden party.
Suburban Sabbath. So,
what are they called, Dan?
They're called. I think it's not anything different. I think it's they're just going out as cream.
Light cream.
Like
Light cream.
Heavy cream. I'd have to look it up while you guys are
Whipped
playing.
cream.
I'll look it up. But,
Disraeli gears.
Whips.
Disraeli.
That's pretty cool. Because last time Cream was up and played at the Garden, I got a ticket and went. I believe the night before Aldous was there, and I was there the following night. I think they only did 2 shows. A friend called me up. He goes, "Bob, my son's buddy just bailed on a concert. I believe it was a Monday night." And I'm like, "It's Monday. I just got home from work." I said, "How much are the tickets?" He goes, $200. I go, $200? Who the hell's playing? He goes, Cream. And it picked me up in 20 minutes. That's a true story. Yeah, it was a good show. It was really cool.
they get kind of loud. I even forget why we were telling this because we got off on a tangent. But there was a reason why I brought that up. The cream, the whole bit. But anyway,
It was the kids of the
The weird
musicians. kids.
press release.
Yeah, weird press
Yeah.
release. Yeah, there you go.
and they wanted me to cover it, and I was like, why did they want me to cover? So that was my first question to Clapton's nephew when he his name's Will Johnson. He called me and he said, I said, all right, I forgive me, but how are you guys getting away with this? And he started laughing. He goes, that is a great question.
Look
I
who it
said-
is, right?
I said, I realize you have the bloodlines, but you're not Cream. So how are you going out there as Cream? I mean, and he laughed. He goes, well, he said, you'd be surprised about it. Apparently somebody, I think Bruce's kid, somebody owns the rights to everything. So they're still in good shape.
Yeah, but it'd be kind of tough that if Clapton, Ginger Baker, Jack Bruce got together and said, don't mess with our nephews. Right? They can do what
Yeah,
they
family.
want.
Family. Clapton's the only one alive, right? Ginger Baker died,
I saw him with
and
Ginger
Jack
Baker.
Bruce died.
Yeah, saw him. And that wasn't that long ago when they played the Garden. That was like 6 years ago, 5 years ago,
Reunion tour.
right?
Yeah. Hey, you want to do another tune?
Sure.
Okay,
Let's
again.
do an oldie but goodie.
Like,
Cash in the Attic.
All right. Well, Cash
Looks like
in
it's
the
new
Attic.
for you,
Oh,
Bobby.
God, that was off your first disc, huh?
It was. Yeah, I carried it forward to another one too.
I think if I go back to the archives, I won't be
Yeah.
able to find you doing that the first time you came on this program.
Oh, this
Just
is the one with the
Very
cable.
cool. 609-241-7103 will give you a copy of John Wayne Movies and a 4-pack of tickets to Michael's CD release show and Roxy and Dukes in Dunellen. And
You'll feel.
why not?
We're improvising.
All right.
Yeah.
I have it in G. I got to transpose it in my head.
Oh no.
So I lay back.
That's why I asked Bobby to play.
I'm trying to remember how the intro started, though. Okay.
Elaine knows.
Violin. Aileen. Aileen
Wait.
rocks.
Wait, how does my song go? All right, ready? 2, 3. Oh. It was years ago when the old house sold and me packing for the move. I pulled the rope down from the staircase that led up to the roof. As I crouched down on the floorboards, I started walking on my knees. Tucked away back in the corner, I found a box of 33s. Grilling face stared out from the record case. I blew dust off of the sleeve. I could see the wear the years made. It survived its share of plays. I remember how Dad sang along. Many years have passed, cover graced by a man in black. It said, hello, I'm Johnny Cash. I found cash in the attic on a Sunday afternoon, in a box of faded memories. There were gems inside those two. 30 some odd years of buried treasure in my home. I found a pot of gold, and Johnny sang the songs I've come to know. Well, I opened up the rusted latch on that beat up phonograph. I placed a nickel on the needle like we used to in the past. I remember how that thing had me hypnotized. From a 3-inch speaker came a 10-foot sound.
was a song called Cry, Cry, Cry. I found cash in the attic on a Sunday afternoon in a box of faded memories. There were gems inside those two. 30 some odd years of buried treasure in my home. I found a pot of gold, then Johnny sang songs I've come to know. All right. Really sang songs of the railroad and about a boy named Sue. Johnny walked the line past Folsom and he gave his love to June. And I found cash in the attic on a Sunday afternoon in a box of faded memories. Well, there were gems inside those two. 30 some odd years of buried treasure in my home. I found a pot of gold and Johnny sang songs I've come to know. I found a pot of gold and Johnny sang songs I've come to know.
Very cool.
Wow.
Very nice.
How about that violin?
That's awesome.
I'm
Woo,
telling
that
you.
was awesome.
Between the violin and the faux steel over here, that's beautiful.
Nice.
Beautiful.
You gotta throw it in when you got it.
That's it. You gotta take
I'm on
it.
it.
So you have 2 CD release parties coming up.
Yeah.
We have this Saturday, October 13th,
I can't believe it's here already.
and that one takes place.
The Lighthouse Tavern in Waretown, New Jersey.
It's not in
Where?
Tuckerton.
Where?
Where
It's not in
Town.
Tuckerton. I can tell you where it's not.
Waretown.
Waretown.
Exit 69 on the Garden State Parkway.
South.
I used to go down.
Yeah.
I worked for Camelon a long time ago. Nobody wanted to go that far down. Oh, look, that's a long ride.
Well, the grass is always greener.
They're still green. Only thing, 5 million mosquitoes.
Oh,
Oh,
gosh,
yeah.
yeah.
Down there. Yeah. Yeah. You're heading towards LBI now. Waretown, Tuckerton.
You really keep getting tucked in there.
Spend some time in Tuckerton.
We're gonna have to find a place in Tuckerton
Yeah,
to
and
play,
play.
just so we can say, Danny, we're playing in Tuckerton.
And then I'll have to show up.
Exactly.
See?
Oh, that's it. Yeah,
Bob
the
knows.
Tuckerton Beach Grill.
See? I want you to do a concert at the Sea Pirate Light Campground.
I
Just there last week.
been there.
I've been there, done that.
That was on the Tuckerton tour.
I played the ShopRite tour,
Oh,
and they were killer gigs. The first one was in Neptune on Route 66 on aisle 8.
Yeah.
okay.
And I got on the mic and said, clean up on aisle 8, because I always wanted to do that. So that was pretty cool. And then we did the Freehold shop right outside. That's when I was with a band called Chickaboom.
Ah,
And we did, they were good gigs.
That was on Main Street.
honestly,
Yes.
that is the weirdest gig I've ever done in my life. I played inside a shopping food store, food shopping, Thriftway, in the produce section. True story.
Why?
Because this woman
tomatoes fell
decided
down.
that
Made it more convenient.
she was going to bring music to the food
Eggplant.
stores to attract customers. And you walked in, and when you walked in, the produce section was right there, like most ShopRites.
Yeah.
You know, they're all kind of laid out the same. And they had a band set up.
When I was
They're
first
cool.
picking up playing guitar again, as I had a little duo, and we both worked at Wegmans. I still work at Wegmans.
Yeah,
And,
Wegmans.
Yeah.
That's a good game.
They did
Give her
try.
a
We
raise.
had
That's
music.
upscale.
We had music on Friday nights during dinner, so we played a few of those until they decided they couldn't afford for us to be out of our departments on a Friday night because all the musicians in the store were, we weren't cashiers. We were usually in other departments by then.
There
And
was one cashier the whole.
Everyone was listening.
And she was playing bass.
What kind of music do you play in a food store? Chicken fried?
Weirdest
We
gig I ever
played
did
whatever
in the
we
produce
wanted to play.
department.
yeah. Yeah, we were at least in the cafe area. We weren't in the middle of the department.
Why? What's the weirdest gig you ever played?
Well, there was a place called the New Heidelberg Tavern. It might still be around, up by where the Passaic Theater
Okay.
was. And the bar had 120 different kinds of beer, but it was so narrow that we had a 5-piece band that we had to line up single file.
Back to back.
Yeah.
Wow.
So just single file in a row.
Oh gosh.
And
That's-
we had a keyboard player, so he had to put his keyboards on the bar.
Oh, gee.
I played a place in Jersey City like that with Scuteri, with Matt Scuteri.
Really?
And his brother Brian
On keyboards.
was on keyboards, and he's sitting down and he put his beer down on the bar because the keys are like smack up against the bar. He couldn't move. His place was called the Fox and Crow. It was so small.
Should I play something, Mike? You play that? They line you up like that, so when the guy goes to pay you, you only think there's one guy in the van. Here's your $50.
That's how the Americans won the Battle of Trenton.
Really now?
Yep.
Let's hear this.
Explain that.
No, that's a true story. I was there.
No doubt.
Because Christmas Eve when Washington crossed the Delaware and the weather helped, General Knox, as in Fort Knox, it's called Fort Knox because General Knox had this habit of bringing more artillery than they actually had ammunition for to make it look like they had all this firepower to the enemy. So what he did was where the battle monument is in Trenton, which is at the top of this hill looking down on the river, they set up all these cannons, and Washington had the troops line up in single file. And thankfully, it was a foggy, rainy morning. So when the Hessians and the British looked up from down below, it looked like they had columns of men going back as far as the eye could see. See? Deception.
Wow.
Eh?
You a history teacher?
I actually am a Revolutionary War buff. And,
Wow.
and there are
Nice.
people don't realize, but and there's actually a plaque on a road that runs between Trenton and out to Titusville, up towards New Hope and Lambertville. There's actually
Oh, is that
a road
31 or
called Bear Tavern Road,
Oh, wait.
and there's a plaque that says all of our hopes were dashed with that little incident in Trenton. It was Colonel, one of the commanders from, I think
The
it was the
British.
Hessian, I think it was the British, yeah. But because Trenton actually turned the tide of the American Revolution. Because if Trenton fell, they wouldn't have been able to take Princeton. They wouldn't have been able to take get New York and Philadelphia back. So
Well, that's very interesting.
Wow.
it is. There's actually a bridge that I went over every day on my UPS route twice, where you can see the abutment, the bridge abutment from it's from the Revolutionary War. The British were right down the street in Bordentown. Had they breached that bridge at the time, they would have been able to catch Washington before he got to Princeton. And it would have been over. You related to Washington?
No, my uncle at one point did our family tree and traced our family back to a Hessian mercenary soldier in the Revolutionary War. That was
There you go.
I was born in Pennsylvania, so
Colonel Rahl, who commanded the Hessians at the Battle of Trenton, is buried in the church right on East State Street. See?
I know
Things
you,
you don't know.
if I knew you were such a history major, I would have bought you an apple.
I'm an Asia minor.
Is it?
I'm an Asia minor.
Is that a -7? Or just
That's a
minor?
-7. I'm just minor. Thank you there. For those of you listening, that was your history lesson. Now back to your regularly scheduled program of Michael Patrick. So what do you have to say for yourself?
I'm still thinking about the It's Nuts restaurant.
On 29,
Yeah.
Jimmy's It's Nuts.
I've been there in a while. Good fried chicken.
Yeah.
Still there?
They make a nice tomato pie there,
Yeah.
actually. Great ice cream, too.
And where is this at?
They should be a
Route
sponsor.
29. They should be.
Trenton.
God, that's why I don't know.
It's actually not. It's
Not
no,
Trenton.
it's
Well, it's
not.
off.
It's between Titusville
I know what a
and-
courthouse
Oh.
is.
Oh,
And why do you know where the courthouse is?
Oh no, why?
There must be a
Why?
story here.
I have no idea.
That was all my UPS route then. All that stuff. Yep.
I know
All right, why don't we do another tune? Now that the history lesson's over. And thank you. All of you, you're welcome. All of you at home, by the way.
I don't have my list. What we got?
I had my back to Art. He's probably thinking there, what the heck is he talking
Where is he going?
about?
Oh, you're off.
Oh, yeah.
That's easy.
But to answer your question, Bobby D, in Trenton, some of the original Revolutionary War artifacts, the old barracks is still there. They've preserved it.
Mhm.
That the Hessians stayed in the Trent House.
I learned a lot about
The reenactment too.
Yeah, they do the
twice.
Thomas Jefferson's playing at the Nottingham Tavern next Friday.
Yep. I booked it.
That's right. Ben Franklin's doing sound. But I used to go out with a girl that was she was a state ranger, Mom at Battlefield.
Wow.
But she knew a lot about
Yep.
the Battle of Monmouth and
Mhm.
stuff. And they used to have a big display when you walked in. So she
Oh,
taught me.
picture.
She taught me a lot about it.
I grew up right near there.
I love the graveyard at Old Tennant Church.
Oh yeah,
There
we
you
did.
go.
We used to do rubbings there.
Yeah,
Yep, all
yeah.
the time. That was so cool.
Yeah.
That was neat. On the graveyard, you did rub
Put
it
a piece of
to
paper
get.
on the thing and then
Yeah.
Yeah, crayons
Chalk,
and ink
whatever,
and
yeah.
stuff. Yeah, it was cool.
You were saying it was like a massage.
No, sorry, I was a kid.
Yeah.
You started it with the lube, baby.
Rubbing? There'll be no happy ending.
these take long time. Oh no. Okay, Michael, what are you doing?
What are we doing?
I'm going to start getting a sympathetic accent.
No.
What? No, I can't.
I never heard that.
You can see all this and more October 13th at the Lighthouse Tavern. And October 20th at Roxy and Dukes. And we've got 4 tickets to give away. All right, we've got 6 tickets to give away. And we got 12 minutes left. And
Nobody
a copy of John Wayne movies. If you want to see Michael Patrick, October 20th at Roxy and Dukes in Dunellen, give us a call, 609-241-7103. And we'll send that out, along with other things.
All right. Can I get a little more guitar in my earphones? There it is.
You wait until like 12 minutes to 9 to ask for a guitar. You've been playing all night.
Yeah, but I think it changed when I excused myself.
Ah.
It didn't. It didn't.
That's your payback.
Elaine still wants to know what you're doing.
Yeah, what song are we playing?
We're gonna got you to come home,
All right.
and you got to leave enough room to play if you can that look
Yeah.
Yeah,
because it's another
It's a killer. It's a number one
it's a
bullet.
great song.
go home and get out of my way text.
Nice. Okay.
Which one's that?
That would be the next to last track. So you can cue that up. We can always go out on that if we have to. All right, go ahead.
Because that's when they're going to start calling.
Mm-hmm.
Phone lines are going to be lit up.
That's right. Helicopters, everything.
All right. That's you to come home. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got a speeding ticket after I left home. 2 miles over in a 40 zone. In a traffic jam, held me up till 10. I wondered how I'm gonna tell the boss again. Take a deep
till then. Only one thing gonna help me see this day through. I got you to come home to. I got you to come home to. My best friend, I got you to come home to make me feel alright. I'm so glad I thank God every night. Stuck out at lunchtime trying to get me some food. I ordered chicken soup and I broke my damn tooth. Boss, he said, still got a job. Maybe you'll get to the dentist in the middle of June. End of the day when everything's gone wrong, my only saving grace is that it won't be long. I got you to come home to. Life gets good. I got you to come home to. My weird thing, I got you to come home to make me feel alright. And I'm so glad I thank God every night. Some folks head out to happy hour. They still come home so sad, working them fingers to the bone, wishing they had what we had. Well, I'm a lucky man, don't have to go it alone. Got a voice and reason waiting at the end of that phone. Won't be long till I walk in that door, tell you all about my text, you can't take it no more. When I lay my head down, getting ready for sleep, thank the angels up above for what you're giving to me. I got you to come home to. Life gets through. I got you to come home to. My way of saying, I got you to come home to make me feel alright. I'm so glad I thank God every night.
The look. Nice.
That look.
Nicely
That
done.
look.
That's the one.
Won't you give me that look? Or is it don't you give me that look?
Don't you give me that
Don't
look.
you give me that look,
When
Danny.
I'm 5 minutes late.
You know, whoa. I was talking about the look. Like, you know, as musicians, you
Was that the
tend
right
to
note?
people. But
Oh, no, that was a look like we're on the same page. Look, it wasn't like one of these things.
Yeah.
What you doing?
What the hell you doing?
Yeah.
when I
How was that?
Do you remember, Bobby? You remember when I was playing drums for Joe Weimer,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And Joe always used to say to me, she goes, "You know why I like you behind a drum kit?" She says, "Because you don't only listen, but you
listen.
watch."
That's right.
She says, "You watch my hands, you watch." So it's easy to tell where she's going to go next.
It's true.
You know, and if she's got to end the tune early or
That's a
quick,
good
you know,
drummer, one that watches
You have
and
to
listens.
watch as
I
well
like to
as
watch.
listen.
The Rispoli
Yeah,
brothers
see,
always
he
said
likes
that.
to watch.
Hey, I always watches.
All right, I'll give you some lube.
Wait.
I knew you would go there.
Bob, what's wrong with you?
Bob's got a shopping bag. What's
Bob, come on back here and get in the TV
yeah?
show.
Come on, Bob. You're like the mystery man,
I should give him the headphones so you can see.
so we can hear what you're saying about him.
Where in the world is Bob?
It's like Bob from Bob's Furniture. Did
That's
you find him at Bob's Furniture?
Yeah.
No,
No.
no.
Well, if he has furniture, then it is Bob's.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
All right, Bob.
You have furniture, right, Bob? No. You're a nomad.
Furniture.
Nice. Yeah. Is it shag carpeting?
Like padded rooms.
I have the Rock on Radio pen. Man.
That's it. New merch.
Ooh.
I must get a bumper sticker for my guitar.
You
case.
got it. Here it is. You
Yeah.
got bumper stickers. I got pens. Bobby's graciously giving you his. It might
He
smell
already
like
put his on.
coffee.
He already installed his.
Yeah, he gets the coffee one.
What, no t-shirts?
So, Bobby, what do you
No.
have? I'm out of t-shirts, believe it or not. I
Okay.
got to get more. what do you have coming up?
What do we have?
Besides Michael Patrick's CD release party.
We just
And you actually have 6 minutes left if you want to go to it on October 20th.
we just finished. We just did a veterans fundraiser at the Oak Tree Lodge for Ricky D'Onofrio, who owns Jersey Shore Florist in Neptune City. So it's like my cousin, and we do it every year for him now. It was good. Band got lobster dinner and everything.
Whoa. Nice.
You know, good turnout, big Chinese bazaar. So right now in the wintertime, we're just picking up a couple gigs here and there to stay fresh. But then we learn a new set of, cover materials. But we got a few originals coming in this year too from our CD, which Kelly and I have to get on your show, I think.
It's a great CD. Yep.
You know, you're more than welcome.
Okay. But you know what it was? You know what really happened? We had the CD done. It took us like.
not here. You can tell us.
I know. Oh, she's probably listening, Bobby. I have to be honest, but we spent like 2.5 years doing the CD with Matt Wade, and it came out well. And we got the CDs pressed a whole bit, and we did something for Brenda Worth at Rosie's Cafe.
Right.
And it was great. And it was like the only thing we did, but it was just awesome. I said, that's good enough. And then Kelly sold the CDs. I just gave mine out to people, because.
So you're actually out of them?
No, we still got some.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we had like 800,000 or something like that.
Same freight train.
Which almost tops Mike's million.
Oh, yeah.
For the CD release party.
He had a plane. He had a plane and a train deliver his.
All right, and you got the open mic every Wednesday night, Patrick's Pub in Neptune.
With Carol Barbieri, Mike Penny, and Todd Golden when he comes, which he gets there once in a while.
What time does that occur?
It starts at 8. Sign-ups are like 7:30, 7 o'clock if you're an early bird.
I cannot make this Wednesday, but I promise you I will be there soon.
And I did buy a pair of congas from Jimmy Farkas. And they're there for you too. We got drum set there and everything.
Well, just kind of show up. If I play, I play. If not, I'll just enjoy the company and the music. How's that?
You just sit back there with your maker's mark.
Get away from my booth. How about you, Elaine?
I'm playing at the Lamppost Inn this Thursday, solo. My band Cimarron Sky is opening for the CD release party at the Lighthouse. And
October 13th.
October 13th. It's going to be a fun night. Get there early, have dinner.
Two
grab
bands.
a good seat.
Whoa.
Yeah. And then on Monday the 15th, I'm playing at the Waretown Library with the band.
The Waretown?
Waretown Library.
In Waretown?
In Waretown.
Where?
Not in Tuckerton.
Not in Tuckerton.
I have played. I have played at the Tuckerton Library.
It's happening.
And my website, Cimarron Sky Music.
There you go. All right. Now, Michael.
Yes.
So you have a CD release show this Saturday. I had to think of the day. Saturday at the Lighthouse in Tuckerware. Tuckerware. It's like Tupperware. There you go. In Waretown.
I can't even go on.
In Waretown. Then the 20th at Roxy and Dukes. You have 2 minutes to call if you want to win these tickets. 10 tickets to.
Well, we already gave 10 away. This is 10 additional tickets.
Correct. Yeah.
I can't believe how many calls.
They live,
I'm gonna have
they
to
live
order
too
more.
far
I'm
away.
gonna have to order more CDs.
Yeah.
Hello.
My God.
609-241-7103 will give you a CD. Like Terry from Cuba, Missouri got John Wayne.
Let's sweeten the deal a little bit.
Ooh, we'll throw in a new.
Oh no! So
We'll throw in a 2018 Cadillac for the first person to call in. Bobby will give you a back row.
rubbings.
3 round of golf.
Round the golf.
Like the My Pillow guy. You know?
Mike will give you.
Try my product.
Mike will give you 6 months of guitar lessons. 6 guitars.
That's where I was going.
You
Remember
won't
I
take
said,
that long.
remember
to
I was
learn.
going with that? What I used to do for charitable events was I would make a basket of a Rock on Radio t-shirt, any merch. I'd put some CDs in there that artists would leave with me.
That's nice.
And then I would also put in there, I would type up a thing that if whoever was usually for silent auctions, Chinese auctions type of deal, that I would give a spot. They could be a co-host of Rock on Radio.
Oh.
Any Sunday that they wanted.
That's cool.
Actually gave a couple of them away.
Nice. Did they come?
Oh yeah, one thing. It's coming up soon. I think early November. with Holiday Express
Yes.
with Tim
Yeah.
McClune.
Mhm,
Okay.
Yep.
You know, I'm a volunteer with them. I sing
Oh,
with them.
cool.
And Dawn Hopkins and my band, she's in it. Can't wait.
Ton of people.
100 shows.
Yep.
100 shows.
Yep.
Last I left
9
Dawn
o'clock.
was at the Women of Song back in when was that, Claire? May, April, March,
Sure.
February. What was that?
For what?
Women of Song. At the
Oh,
St.
yeah.
Pete.
That was that was
Back in
February.
the- yeah.
No, April.
It was
March?
early in the year,
Yeah.
but that's great. All right, Michael, thank you so much, man.
No, thank you.
Thank you,
you,
so
Michael.
much for making the trip. Had a lot of fun, man. It's good to
Yeah.
see you again. It's been way too long. You too, Elaine.
Thank you.
You too,
Thanks for
Bobby.
having
Now,
us.
what's this tune you want us to go out on?
Oh, it's
That
called
Look?
That Look. This
Okay.
is one of the last songs.
Don't
that
you give me that look.
All right. At 9:30, we got the Rock On Radio presents Rock Out, the outtake sessions. This time featuring D1. So stay tuned for that, or tune back in at 9:30 right here on COARadio.com. Next week we have somebody, and for the life of me, it's escaping me who it is. And I looked at the schedule before I came in.
That's what he said last week about us.
I
Yeah.
did.
No, he actually got you eventually. He came
Yeah.
to
Most
him.
times I forget who's coming on, but and I'm booked through like November. So, but again, thank you so much.
I think it's Engelbert Humperdinck.
It could be with Bobby Sherman. Hey, little woman, please. Oh, sorry, Bob. You're the best, man. Thank you. The show can't happen without you, Bob. Yeah, for Bob. Yeah. Bob and Art, Claire,
I should
thank you.
mention the intro of this song is in Barry White fashion,
That's right.
Listen closely.
but then it totally changes.
Okay. All right. We're Michael Patrick, John Wayne Movies. And this is That Look. Rock on, everybody.
The boss wouldn't get out of my way. Now I'm on my way home, hoping something wrong will go right today. Well, don't you give me that look when I walk in the door. I've been working all day and I'm tired and sore. Don't you give me that look like you do every day. Not sure what I have been to be treated this way. What have I done that would cause such an issue? I was hoping for a hug, kiss, or missed you. I'm tired of wondering what I always do wrong. Let's cut to the chase so it won't take too long. Don't you give me that look when I'm 5 minutes late. I've been driving in traffic, staying in the state. Don't you give me that look? It's getting so old. I just don't get it why you're so mean and cold. Starts with a blank stare, first lips and flips hair, ends with a grim frown, leaves me in despair. I should have known better when I thought don't upset. I'm not that mean, but being nice gets me nowhere. Don't you give me that look at the end of my rope. I can barely hang on to the slippery slope. Don't you give me that look like I'm some kind of crook. Oh, baby, don't you give me that look. Oh, yeah, here it comes again. I've been trying for so long to make you happy, but there's no smile inside this time. So I showed you the exit, and it was goodbye. Shut the front door, don't let it hit you on your backside. Now watch me give you that look as you walk out the door. Well, I've had enough, and I can't take it anymore. Don't you give me that look when I'm waving goodbye. It just ain't fair. I don't care. I won't be there. See that look in your eyes.